Hey, welcome back to the vlog. So here we are in the office. This is where we do our pre and post production, and we are setting up for a podcast. I know when I first got into this video production game, I just did not know what to charge, and so I charged what I thought was best. And I was just thinking, hey, I got to pay my dues. I'm the new guy on the block, so I'm going to charge very low. Not really understanding that I needed to charge what I was worth. And along with that came a lot of baggage when you get low paying clients. So anyway, Josh and I did a podcast on it, and we really go into the weeds. We go deep and we talk about, starting off, beginning, how much things should cost, how much you should charge. Are you charging enough? All of those good things we get into. The podcast can be found on the Storyking Studios channel, which I will link to below in the comments. But yeah, like I said, we go deep and we even get into the business end of it because I know that's one of the things that I was foggiest about. So what we're doing here is I had a little gig that I did over the weekend where, some church family was getting married, and I volunteered my services as my gift to them. And I filmed their wedding. And in doing so, I actually rented some comms, a comm system. And I'm like, I got it. Why don't I just do a quick review on it? So that's exactly what we're doing here. I lens rented a comm system. Now, Josh and I have used, what was it called?
We've used the
EarTech.
And we played with
The Axoon.
a few of them at NAB.
Yeah, the Axoon we played with. I'd never done any comms before NAB. And the Axoon, Josh put one on, I stayed with the other set, and he just walked around the whole booth, and it was crystal clear.
Yeah, the Axoon sounded amazing, and the price was decent on it.
Yeah.
We went to the Hollyland booth, and we were impressed with the sound, but there was also a million headsets and a million everything's going on, so...
And it was packed out. People were packed at the Hollyland booth. And as you already know, Hollyland has everything. Transmission systems, comms, and...
Free hats.
Yeah, free hats, that's right, swag. And all kinds of other stuff. So, and not only that, but I'm pretty sure that, a million people had their hands on that test product, which the Axon was a brand new thing that they just launched, and they still have yet to release it. So, so we've been using EarTechs for projects here. I know you've seen in the vlogs that we've had some headsets on, so those were the EarTechs.
Yeah.
One thing that we could say for production is that when we used them, we were like, we can't go back.
Right? It's so good.
What have we rented them like 2-3 times now?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times we've rented them for projects and been like, oh, this makes it so nice. But every time you're renting, it's like, okay, at what point are we going to buy these things?
Yeah. And so since I'm going to return these tomorrow, I figured why not just do a quick review on some of this gear that I rented, or this piece of gear that I rented. So let's check it out. Let's try it.
Check.
Oh, I hear you.
You hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We can hear each other. Well, the thing's got a lot of nice articulation.
Yeah, the other ones are, they articulate, but not as much as this.
Yeah.
What I also like about it too is I don't know if you can tell the clarity yet.
Check. No, it's very clear. It's got that radio, thing going on.
I feel like the EarTechs have it a little bit more.
The actual quality of the audio is very clear.
Yes. Okay, so
should we do a distance test?
I say let's do a distance test. All right, I'll do the walking.
I can walk.
Okay. Well,
I'll walk.
Okay, so this will be a dual test because we're also using the Rhodes.
The Rhodes.
The Rode Wireless Pro. So let's see which one falls out first.
So I'll start walking.
Oh man, look at Josh, he's running.
Can you see me walk in the background?
Oh yeah.
I'm walking and I'm talking.
I would consider that about 100 yards, wouldn't you?
This thing is...
Yeah, it's solid. There's Josh all the way over there. He's all the way out there. Okay, so if you can't see, Josh is all the way over there. It's like a little park by my house, a little open field. And so he's all the way over there. And it still didn't like completely drop. It was like intermittent dropping, but he didn't completely drop out. And he had a duck behind a fence. So clear line of sight. This thing is at least 250, 300 yards. By the way, so I was recording this on the Blackmagic app for my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it overheated. So now I'm on the regular app. Hopefully this will continue to work. But as I don't know if you caught this, but it's 109 degrees and Josh is out there running. Oh yeah. I don't think it's going to. So okay, I can hear him. I hope you guys can hear him. But so there's that fence right there, and behind that fence is that huge tank, and I imagine he's got to be behind that tank. Are you behind that tank, Josh? Directly. I can hear all that. So, what think you? I think it's hot.
I think it's hot. I think these are solid combs. I had to.
Had to.
Oh, I had to.
I mean, maybe that's why they named it that. The American rep was like, these are solid.
They are solid.
Keep saying solid. They're solid comms.
I'm like, when are we going to be that far away from each other on a production?
No, never. I doubt. I mean, who knows?
Okay, let me do a different quick walk. Obstructions. Let me just go behind the house.
Yes, I live literally on the corner of a
So I'm just going to walk behind the house.
crowded street.
See if that causes any issues.
So we're just gonna have some of this,
So it's all just going through the
yeah,
house.
my house will be in front, and then the fence will be in front of him.
On a busy street corner with a block wall and a house behind me. So no problems, no connection issues on my end. Sounds perfectly clear. No problems, no issues.
Nice.
So I like it.
I gotta say, I'm impressed. Now, the other thing that you guys kind of know is that I'm all about the budget filmmaking, budget gear stuff. When you can
Right.
cut a corner, then I'm all about that. This is, technically this is budget. It's Hollyland versus
Right.
like, some of the bigger companies that are doing it on the higher level.
Right, they're an established name brand. They're not Teradek, but they're an established name brand.
Yeah.
So people know, we know it's Hollyland. It's going to be decent.
All that being said, I think these solid comms are solid.
I think they're solid.
I like them. I like them a lot. So anyway, just some YouTube fodder to talk about. Hey, I rented these, wanted to make a review on them. I will say this, that we talk about the show of filmmaking, and we talk about C-stands and modifiers and 4x and 6x and 8x and 12x. This is also part of that production value.
Yeah, it is.
These headsets really, really helped out. And
They sure do.
if you can get a deal on them, get one. Like I told you before, jump on eBay or something and see if you can find a deal. So I'm finishing up the vlog and I'm editing the footage, and as I'm looking at it, I'm actually kind of impressed with the iPhone 15 Pro Max footage when I was shooting in ProRes log on the Blackmagic camera app. I hate the fact that it overheated so fast, and it's done that before. This is the first time I'm actually using an ND with it. I've shot with it before, and I'll shoot in the sunlight, and as you already know, it has a fixed aperture, or if you don't know, it has a fixed aperture. So the only thing that's going to change is the shutter speed, and it cranks the shutter speed way up, and so it still has this look to it that kind of tells you this doesn't look like you can cut it in with your mirrorless footage or any kind of professional camera. So, but this right here, once I have an ND for it, specifically, like an iPhone holder. So I tried doing this before, and I had this workaround where I bought just this cheap clip on Amazon, and then I would put one of my variable NDs on it, and it didn't work. So I had to actually buy like this newer clip that was made specifically for an iPhone that has the cutout, so this way light leaks don't come in from the other side of the iPhone. If the sun or any kind of light is on the other side, light leaks will come in, reflect off of the ND filter, and right back onto your image, and it looks horrible. So I had one that basically cuts out all light leaks. So anything that you would get would be, glares coming from the front, but that's basic with an iPhone. But with the ND on, I was very impressed, and you can actually see the contrast between the two. And I still had the ND on for when I went back into the, the regular iPhone video app, but still, I'm very impressed. It's something that, you could definitely, I think you could intercut it with your regular footage. If you can match the colors well enough, you can definitely intercut it. So I was impressed with the iPhone footage. So I didn't really talk about the road, but the road kind of cut out at around 100 to 120 yards or so in real world use, as you saw in that video. thought that Hollyland system was about at least 300 to 350 yards, maybe 250, but it was definitely much longer than the roads could handle. The roads came right back in once Josh came back into range, but that was about 100, 150 yards at the most. So that's it for this vlog. Stay tuned for the next one. You know that we've been talking about production vans, so we actually took one out for a test drive, trying to just see what we feel, what we like, and some more details will unfold in the next vlog, so stay tuned.